Hi guys, and welcome to LFC Online. We've done a little bit of rebranding, a little bit of even some relogoing, as you can see. My name is Harold. You'll be seeing a lot more of me on this channel and on various other social media platforms that we are on to follow. So yeah, hello, how are you? Anyway, this is not about me, it's not about the page itself. Let's get into the actual content that we have here today. So Liverpool have just played Aston Villa at home and we won a game of football in 2021. That is our first win at home in 2021. It looked fairly disastrous to get started, but after 127 shots in 2021, we have finally registered a goal. I can't believe it. It's our first our first goal from Mo Salah was our first goal of open play in the whole of 2021, and it's our first win of 2021. After 68 consecutive home games without losing, we then went on to lose 6 in a row. I am ecstatic, and this is the type of revenge we needed to get after the 7-2 mauling over at Villa Park earlier in the season. So yeah guys, we won a game. Exciting. Right, so let's get into the actual game itself. Let's start from the lineups that we had. So we had Ali in goal, we had our fullbacks of Robbo and Trent, centre-half pairing once again of Kabak and Phillips. In the midfield we had Widge, Milner and Fabinho in the 6, and then up front we had Jota, Firmino and Salah. As you can see there's no Thiago, who played for the better part of the game against Madrid earlier in the week in the Champions League, and Mane was dropped to the bench. First, my thoughts on the lineup, just to start off with, I think Mane deserves to be dropped at the moment. He hasn't been in very good reign of form at all. I don't know what's happened to him. Maybe it's tiredness, COVID, complications. We don't know how that actually affects players. Honestly, we can't compare with others. Everyone's their individual. I don't know what's going on, but he deserves to be dropped, and I'd say, and Jota deserves to start there. Firmino coming back into the side. Salah has been our one constant this season. Now bagging his 28th goal of the season. I think it's incredible, and he's on track to. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, sorry, but he's on track now to win his third Ballon d'Or, his third Golden Boot in 4 years in the Premier League, which is very impressive. Anything else in the team itself? Yeah, I was a bit upset with Curtis Jones missing out on the entire squad. Apparently he had like a niggling muscle injury, so I said, okay, fair enough. I think he should have started a couple of games more recently, but anyway, it is what it is. We won the game, so I'm happy. I can say that now in hindsight. It'll be good to see a bit more of him to come. Cool, so that's the team. I'm like, okay guys, let's smash it. Let's go into the game. So, right. So the game begins after paying respects to Prince Philip and the Black Lives Matter stance that we've been having in the Premier League since last season. We get into the game and we look like we're on it. We look like we're actually ready to play some football. We're not playing badly, which is good to see, particularly after displays against Brighton and Burnley. But anyway, that's the past. Let me not get into that. So we started playing quite well, and I was fairly impressed by it all. It was alright. Like, we actually looked like we were doing some decent football. Robbo looked lively for the first time in a little while, because obviously he's been playing non-stop. Shimikash hasn't necessarily kicked on as we wanted him to, and actually been an adequate backup as yet. Hopefully we can grow into his role a little bit later. But anyway, that's a story for itself. We looked like we were on the ascendancy, and Salah was looking like he was ready to pounce on anything that was in and around the box. And we saw that with one ball punted up front to Tyrone Mings. Tyrone Mings misplaces his pass back to the goalkeeper, Emi Martinez. Salah pounces on it and just hits a shot wide. He probably should have scored there, if I'm completely honest with you. And then yeah, the game went into, it was still us, we're still under the ascendancy, like I was saying. It went into like a very brief lull. That was right after Douglas Luiz went down, after a challenge. He just went down for a little while, for about 3 or 4 minutes, maybe even 4 or 5 minutes actually, and it really took the sting out of the game. Villa then started to grow into the game a little bit more, and it looked like they were gonna they looked like they were growing in confidence. Had a couple of sequences to play where they had the ball in our half and they had a couple of shots on goal that Ali dealt with very, very easily. And you can actually tell, just before Villa started to pick up their momentum, how much of a dominance it was. We had 6 shots in the first 20 minutes. Outrageous. So we were really like on the ascendancy, like I was saying. It's really just all us. And naturally, typical of our home form so far this season, you found that no matter all the good work we would do, without scoring, would just be undone by a goal against the run of play. So that's exactly what happened. It was a ball into the box, a decent pass from McGinn into Watkins. It wasn't a very good defending. Phillips was just standing around. I don't really know what he was doing. But that defending could have been excused if Ali had just made a decent save. The shot from Ollie Watkins, annoyingly, was right at Alisson. It literally just went under him. And it's all the more frustrating as fans when your goalkeeper gets the hand to it and it still beats him. It's like, yeah, Ali's having a bit of a tough time recently. He let in another goal from Vinny Jr. in the midweek in the third goal. against Real Madrid in Champions League, and it was not too dissimilar where it was another chance where he should have saved it. Just low by his side, and he just should have just parried it around the corner. In fact, with the Ollie Watkins one, he should have just caught it, if I'm honest with you, or worst case, parry it round, like I was saying. So yeah, that was a proper kick in the teeth, because we were playing well. We were actually playing some decent football, and just like that, it was, yeah, we were unfortunate, and just like that, we were 1-0 down. So Villa get their goal in the 43rd minute, and it looks like we have replied quite well. There's a chance that a ball is hit over to Jota, and then Jota is trying to then pass it across goal. And eventually, like, some complicated sequences of play leads to Firmino. Firmino bags a goal. And we're all shouting, we're screaming, we're excited, thinking it's an equaliser, fortunately. Very easy chance for Firmino. He slotted it quite well. He just dinked over the players who were diving in at him because the keeper was out of position. Lo and behold, is disallowed for offside. The ball over the top, I think it was Trent who played it to Jota. Jota was... his arm was given as offside again, so they're drawing it from the sleeve now, aren't they? So, like, this area... I didn't even think it was offside, if I'm honest with you. I think it's between Mings on the other side, and Jota. Like, Mings' knee, and then Jota's... like I said, arm isn't playing him offside, like, ever so marginally, and it just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I won't get into the whole VAR thing now, because we will actually be here forever, and no one wants to talk about VAR for that long. Annoyingly, I do think that the competency of our refs in the league just show time and time again. There was a game yesterday, Fulham versus Wolves, but another offside was given, and it was a very similar decision, and I was just like, come on, like, you're never going to score a goal with your hand like that. Like, I would love to see, if you score a goal with, like, your bicep, I'd love to see that be given. Like, I just don't understand. But anyway, it is what it is, I guess. It happened. There's not much we could do about it. There was loads of deliberation over it as well. In fact, I think Matty Cash even touched the ball also, but I don't even know the rules at this point now. It's changing every week. So if he touches the ball, Matty Cash, does that still count as offside? Honestly, I don't know. Does that have to be a deliberate play of the ball? Honestly, I couldn't tell you, but it's quite frustrating. Anyway, we go into second half, 1-0 down, and it looks like it's going to be more of the same at Anfield. But yeah, second half begins, just to continue on my walkthrough of the game and how I thought it went. Second half, we begin the game in the very same vein of form that we started in the first half. So it's very same sequence of play. It was us in the ascendancy, looked like we were going to make a difference in the game. A couple of shots here and there, Salah, namely Jota as well. It looked like we were actually trying once again. Cool. Now, there we get that opportunity. Look, that game was fizzling out. It's going to be one of those annoying games. But the game awakens once again. Where Robbo has this like cross shot, like a mix of both. It gets parried out by Martinez, and there's Johnny on the spot. Mo Salah, like he's been our entire season, not shown his 28th goal of the campaign. And it's a brilliant goal. I mean, it's standard for him, isn't it? It's just a header, as easy as you can get. And yeah, just like that, it's 1-1, and we're back in the game. Sounds good. On top of Mo Salah scoring that 28th goal, that would also be his 19th goal of the campaign, where he is now joint top with Harry Kane on 19 goals for Premier League Golden Boot race. He's looking to grab his third Golden Boot in 4 years, back in the Premier League for Liverpool. I quite like this battle. This is reminiscent of the 17-18 and 18-19 campaign, where obviously notoriously you'd see Harry Kane swear on his life, on his daughter's life, that a goal touched him when it clearly didn't. And he still didn't win the Golden Boot. How sad. Anyway, Mo Salah's looking great. It's fantastic. We're back in the game, and suddenly I've got way more joy. Looks like we're actually going to make a difference. We're actually going to win a game. Not even win a game. We scored a goal, for goodness sake. I just said we scored a goal at home. It's mad. We scored a goal. I'm so excited. So yeah, once again, the game goes into a bit of a lull, but you see Klopp looking like he actually wants to make a change now. So Gini comes off, Thiago comes on, Bobby comes off, and Mane goes on. So it's the very same starting front three that we had against Real Madrid midweek, of Jota on the left. I think Mane actually played through the middle, and then Salah on the right-hand side. Cool. So that was that. Exciting times, once again. So, and on top of that, we had Shaqiri come on for Ozan Kabak right at the end of the game, so you can see Jurgen Klopp really going for it. And it's opportunity now. It's placed to Shaqiri on the right-hand side, smashes it across goal, and it gets hit out to... no, he actually hits it, he smashes it, he gets a ball received from Thiago. Thiago gets it back out to him. Thiago's at the end of the cross, he has a shot, and it's brilliantly saved by Emile Martinez. It falls to Trent outside, just inside the area, and he whips it with all the whip in his magical right foot, and it hits the back of the net, and the crowd goes wild as well. The crowd goes wild. We all go wild in our respective homes. So we look like we're going to actually win a game at home, and it was a fantastic goal. It was brilliantly taken, And yeah, that's Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 1. My thoughts on the game in general, Mo Salah was great. He was lively. He should have taken his chance, I will have to say. Mane gave up a little disaster class in these 15-20 minutes that he had on the pitch. He's just not very good at the moment. I don't know what's going on with him, because he's not playing necessarily too dissimilar to how he has been usually. However, the final product and is just not there. His goals just aren't there at all. His decision making is out the window. I don't know what's going on. He's always been someone who labours on the ball, or someone who deliberates on the ball quite a while. But normally he could do something magical because he's a fantastic player. In the last few seasons we've seen that. Even when his first season actually, his first appearance we saw on his debut, he scored a great goal. And it's just been like, suddenly it's all out the window. All those things that we used to applaud him for, we would accept the fact that he'd take a bit of time in getting the ball up the pitch because his end product would be so great. But I don't know what it is. I can't tell you what it is right now. He's just not been very good at all. Firmino was okay. He should have had a goal, in my opinion. He was alright. Like, I'm not gonna dig him out or anything. Kabak was actually decent. He's grown in his confidence. He's in a red shirt. It's been good to see. Phillips, bless him. He's doing well. You can just tell he's not really his level, I would say. Like this type of football, I would say, the way we play, he does what he does well. He does very, very well. So heading, he does that fantastically, and he's able to put his body on the line quite a lot and put his body in between the man and the ball. So look, fair enough if you can do that more often than not, and he's doing a great job. Look, I'm not gonna dig him out or anything. Trent was good defensively, so no one will ever talk about how good he was defensively today, but he was good against Trezeguet on that right hand side. I didn't have any complaints about him at all. And he obviously gets the winner. Happy days. You can see how much it means to him. With Southgate up in the stands as well, in his Peaky Blinders cap that he was wearing. So yeah, it was all in all a good performance actually. We actually played well and we actually scored some goals and couldn't be happier. There's still some questions there to be had. Mane, I don't know what's really going on with him. Centre back pairing is not the greatest. Our midfield, what's the best trio? We don't really know. All I know is that Thiago and Fab need to be playing right now. But yeah, doesn't matter. Who cares? We won a game of football at Anfield. Sorry for making this so long, but yeah, it's the first of many to come. If you have any suggestions of what you want me to chat about, if you want me to do match ratings or anything like that after the game, just drop a comment below. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, absolutely. And you're going to be seeing more of this face, like I said. So yeah, until next time, peace.